Dunk here, and today I wanted to try something new. I'm going to give you just kind of a breakdown of some of the things that I am doing to make passive income with DeFi. And those branch from things like utility tokens like GARY Club, as well as making payments and earning crypto with things like Helio, as well as the brand new school for GARY Club, and then how I'm making money with liquidity pools and things like that. So I thought that this might be a little bit easier for me to get this content out to help you see how I'm making passive income with DeFi. If you have any questions, you can always drop them in the comments on this video or jump into my Discord at dunkmedia.club. Or if you want to get started with DeFi, you can check some of the links in the description of this video on YouTube, or you could just go to DeFiEarner.com, a whole bunch of resources that will be very helpful for you at that link. So the first thing that I wanted to go over was what I'm doing in GARY Club. GARY Club is a utility token on the Solana blockchain, and it's gone through a whole bunch of evolution while I've been involved with it. It started originally mainly as a creator coin community, and I have my own utility token, and it's called Dunk, and you could actually buy it on this swap at gary.club, and you could swap it for any coin, Solana, GARY, anything, and it has a bonding curve with GARY, and like myself, several other coins do this, and this actually is a way that you could lock up some of the supply of GARY, because the only way that any Dunk enters the ecosystem is when somebody backs it with GARY, which means that the only way that new tokens go out is when people buy them and have money backing them, which means that there's always actual value backing the token. So it's another way to lock up tokens and make the value of GARY go up. So that's one thing that you could do over here. And if you wanted to buy Dunk, that actually does help the GARY economy, because there's just a trading pair between GARY and Dunk. So there's a whole bunch of different coins. Look into them, do your own research. I don't give financial advice, but if there's somebody that you want to go support, this might be the perfect way to do it. One note, when you do create a gary.club account, it does create a custodial wallet for you. You could access that by clicking right here in the top right corner where it shows this says GARY, Sol, and your portfolio. Otherwise, you could always just connect a wallet at this swap, and you could use something like Phantom or any other Solana wallet that's compatible with the swap. Now, one way that I'm making passive income with GARY right now is by locking up tokens. So I'm going to click locked tokens, and I get different drops. So I'm just going to bring up this wallet. You could see that in my Phantom wallet, I was able to make a bunch of different claims. But what happens is when you lock up your coin, the DAO had voted to allocate a particular amount of GARY every certain amount of time. In this case, it was 3 months. And on average, I found that it's about a 10,000 GARY claim each week. But that's just what the DAO had voted on. And that could change in the future. But right now, I get my allocation of my share of that 10,000 GARY each week because I lock up GARY. So I've already claimed it, but if I had right here, it would show the amount that I'm able to claim, and I already did that. Again, this is something that could shift as the DAO changes. If you want to have a say in what happens to these funds, or you want these drops to continue, make sure that you have a good share in the DAO so you can make a proposal, and then you can also have a vote and vote to continue those rewards. So I locked up my coins. You could do that right here with either the social connector wallet. Remember, you can just grab your Solana address by clicking up here, and then you could deposit everything or connect an external wallet just by clicking connect and Phantom or whichever wallet you are using. And you see these ones just popped up. These are me just compounding and dropping a little extra GARY into the lockup. And I'm doing the 3x multiplier. And what that means is that I'm going to get locked GARY, which means that I actually get a bigger percentage of whatever the drop is right here in the GARY lock, as well as a bigger percentage of the DAO vote. If you wanted to do 6 months, you can get 3x right there. That's what I do because I'm really bullish on GARY and I have no plans on selling it for 6+ months. Now, once you have that locked, it's going to give you locked GARY. It's not in my wallet right now because I've already locked it. But if I go right here, I can click on GARY, and you could see that I swapped 350 GARY, and it gave me 1,050 locked GARY, or SL GARY. Now I can take that locked GARY, go over to voting, and then you can connect your wallet. So if I click right here, it's going to connect to Phantom. But if you did want to connect your social connector wallet, click right there, or whichever wallet you are using. Just click connect, and it's going to connect to my Phantom. So I have some votes right here. I have some that are locked up in my social connector wallet, but I also have this other wallet that I'm locking them up in my Phantom wallet, just so you know why I have two different wallets, and that's not my whole entire position in the DAO. So when you have that, you get to do a couple things. Like right here, we have voting. So there's 3 votes going on right now. So if I want to have a say in this, I just need to have a bigger vote. So let's take a look at the different votes right here. It's the team accountability. And I'm going to click this and we can take a look at it. It says team accountability. To hold the team accountable, we will implement a burn of team allocation if the KPIs aren't met. The team allocation is currently 2.5 million Gary. And remember, there's about 25 million Gary in existence. If we miss a KPI 3 consecutive months, we will burn 20% of the team's allocation, so 500,000 Gary. And that's pretty cool because that means that the team has to be accountable. So now since I have a vote, and I'm going to vote yes on this. So I'm just going to do it right here live for you. So I'm going to vote yes because I believe that the team should be held accountable. And if the team's not held accountable, then why would I be bullish on a project? So this makes me really bullish, and I say yes. So I'm going to vote yes, and I can leave a comment if I want, and then I'm going to hit vote, and all of the votes that I have, I'm going to get a little thing that's going to pop up, and it's going to cost a very little bit of SOL, and then there's a network fee, and I'm going to click confirm. And that's it. So now I voted in this. I have my say. And if I didn't want that to happen and I said, no, I don't want the team to be able to burn that, then I could have voted no. And if I want to change my vote, I could always click withdrawal. So now we're going to look at the next DAO proposal. I voted on this one. And this is a use it or lose it. So let's take a look at that one. Proposal to use it or lose it. Each month, we will either distribute 250,000 Gary as a reward or burn it. Based on our meeting our target KPIs, our goal by December 31st, 2027 is to have 2.5 million plus Gary monthly trading volume and 2.5 million plus liquidity in the FDMC of 250 million plus 5 million Gary locked. Rewards will be split between Gary lock and token holders, no LP rewards. For details, review the KPI plan, and we can click right here. I'll actually open that up right now. And then it says that the LP will go through 7/30/24. And now let's take a look at this link. And then we have the chart. It has the dates, the trading volume target, the liquidity target, the FDMC target, the Gary lock target. And then if these targets don't get hit, we burn. And the thing that's really cool about this is that it lowers the supply, which means that if you have Gary and there's less of it out in the world, there's a good chance that your Gary might go up in value. Again, not financial advice, but if there's less of something, there's less that can be bought, which means that if the value starts going up, and this is a great way to lower the supply. So I am very bullish on this, and I'm going to go ahead and actually vote yes on this. Let me know if I'm voting right in the comments. If you don't think that I'm voting right, let me know, but I'm going to go ahead and click yes. And if you do have a different opinion, don't just tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me why you believe that I'm wrong. And you could hit me up in the comments of this video. You could hit me up in my Discord at dunkmedia.club, or you can come hang out in school. And there is a new Gary Club school, by the way. I'm going to get into this in a second, but if you did want to go to that, I'll paste that URL right there so you could see it. It's just school.com/Gary Club. And remember, it's school, SKOOL. So I'm going to get back into this in a second, but I just wanted to let you know that that is a place that you could hit me up. I'm very active on that so far. So now I'm going to hit vote. Again, I can leave a comment if I want. I don't have to. I hit vote. I'm going to get a pop-up with my wallet. If you are using the Social Connector wallet, you're not going to get a pop-up like this. And hit confirm. And there we go. It is processing the transaction. Just take one moment, and then my vote will go through. And there we are. My vote has gone through. Ready to go. So again, this is the second proposal. There is one more proposal I wanted to look at, and this is the reward claim window. So this is a drop that is coming pretty soon. This is a drop that is taking a look at things like Draft Tower NFT. If you look at my PFP, that is one of the OGs from the Draft Tower. And depending on how many you have, if you have an OG, you have a stacker, which is another token within the ecosystem, and those are actually about to get their own new images. They used to just be all the same, and they're going to all get their own PFP images pretty soon. And then there's also the OG like I have, as well as the regular collection for Draft Tower, as well as something called Bags, which is another token which you could pick up on GARY.club, and you could buy it right here in the swap. You could just search for Bags right there. You would want to swap it the other way, but put Bags, and then take whatever coin you're going to swap in. And you could see if I just did USDC, let's see how much Bags is actually worth right now. You need at least 500 Bags right now. in order to qualify for a seat in bag. So anybody that has at least 500 bags qualifies for allocation of that particular airdrop or claim that you're going to be able to do based off of that. So right here, so if I needed 500 bags, let's see how much 500 bags would cost right now, something like that. Maybe a little less, $135, something like $136 right now to get one seat in bags. And if you have that seat in bags, then you're going to get an allocation of that airdrop. But the point of this proposal is that if they don't claim it with a certain amount of time, the remainder of the airdrop is going to be burned. So it's 250,000 Gary that's going to be given out to everybody in the ecosystem that is qualified based off of those tokens. And now we can see the vote so far. Looks like it's leaning towards 3 days right now. I actually even have a poll going on. I posted it 18 hours ago from when I'm recording this in the GARY Club over at school. If you want to vote on this, jump over to school and vote on this. I'm probably going to give it a couple more hours. I said 24 hours and it's at 18 right now. And whatever anybody says is what I will do with my vote. And see, I have a couple 100,000 votes myself. So whatever it is, let's see what people are voting for so far. So if it stays this way, only 3 people have voted. So I would vote 2 days. So if you want to sway my vote, jump into school and make sure that you vote on this poll. I'm not going to vote this right now because I'm waiting for that poll. But right now, if it wins, I would click 2 days and hit vote, and that's what it would be. So this is a really cool way to get not only passive income, but also have a say on what gets done with the remainder of the coin. Are you bullish on the coin? You can get more and then vote to burn more of it so the supply goes down. Or maybe you want it to be used for a particular purpose. Maybe you want it to be used for your own project. So you could present a proposal. If the members of the DAO vote yes for whatever your proposal is, then it goes through. If they vote no, then it just doesn't. And you could present another proposal, or you could just vote on what other people propose. It's a really cool way for everybody to have a say. So this is what I've been doing with the DAO with Gary this week, and it's definitely making me passive income, and it's very passive. I don't really have to do much except for claim my rewards and then go and compound it. If you'd like to go do what I do and I create content and utilize the IP around this ecosystem, then go for that. But all you really need to do is exactly what I showed you. Just grab the coin, lock it up, and then you could just take that locked up token, add it into the DAO so your voice can be heard. So just keep on checking that out. But now we're going to go over to the next thing, and that's Helio. Helio is a great way to make some passive income. I'm creating some payment pages, tips at first, but I see a lot of potential for how I could utilize Helio to create an entire ecosystem that could help benefit my community and also just help people make money in crypto and do it pretty passively, because tip jars or affiliate programs, those are very passive ways to make money. So we have Helio, and if you look right here, I could show you. I just created them, and you can grab these links in the description of this video. I just created these tip jars, and I made one in USDC, and I made one in Solana, and then I made one in Gary. So if I was to click right here, you can see what it looks like. This is the Solana tip jar. I just made it so anybody could put any amount right here. If you want to take a look at these links, they're in the description of this video on YouTube at youtube.com/@theblockchain. They could add whatever amount they want. So if they wanted like 0.1 Sol, they would just click right there and they'd be able to send the funds directly here. And whatever currency you want, like right here, I have GARY Club. I can click this right here, and it's the same thing. I could just take the Gary coin, the one we were just talking about it with the DAO, and I could have people tip me. And you could see somebody's already tested it. They sent me 5 Gary coin. They actually took a little bit of a transaction fee, but any payment processor that you're going to use is going to take a transaction fee no matter what. So it's really cool that you're able to start getting that tip jar, because if you're doing work and creating content, you might as well put this so people could say thank you when they are able to. I'm going to be creating a lot more content around Helio. I feel like it is a great solution for payment processors, as well as affiliate programs, as well as community gating. So you're going to see a lot more content around this, because it really does excite me personally, because I see it as a way for me to create more passive income for myself and for me to show you how you can create more passive income with DeFi and crypto and this entire ecosystem. I will fill you in more on Helio. Again, we have school. I want to make sure that everybody knows. See, I've been pretty active since I started. It's only been about a week since school started for GARY Club. It's a pretty cool platform. It was created by Alex Hermosi, and there's a lot of really cool stuff in here. Let me just go real here. Go back to the main page. And it's pretty straightforward. There's a community feed. There's 2 different things you could post on, just general discussion in crypto. There might be more by the time you see this. And then there's discussions that will happen. So use it or lose it discussion is happening in 25 hours. Go to the calendar to see what's going on. There was an event last Saturday. Now there's an event tomorrow. And then we have members right here. You could see the members. It's been growing pretty good. It's already growing to be one of the top business and crypto communities already on School in just under a week, which is pretty cool. Again, just go ahead and go to, school.com/Gary Club. School is spelled SKOOL.com/Gary Club. If you want to go join that, it's free. So no reason not to. And I've been working up the leaderboard myself. I'm number 2 right there. You can do the same thing. I am no different than anybody else. I am just engaging and having conversations with people, and I'm not spending a lot of time doing it. I'm actually finding a lot of really cool communities on here. So don't just stick with the one. Just find the communities that you're really passionate about and check them out here. They're really cool. So now we're just going to go over here to Radium. I'm going to switch my wallet to my Radium wallet. All right, and this is just one of my test wallets. And let me know if you'd be interested in this, actually. I'm going to start doing a lot more with liquidity pools, and I'm going to be doing a lot better at tracking it. If you'd be interested in me doing something, maybe I could show you just a weekly review of my portfolio. None of it's financial advice. I could just show you what I'm in, and I can give you some of my explanations on why and do a quick video on that. If that's helpful, let me know. I could definitely fit that in. It would be something like this where I'm mainly just recording it and not a lot of editing, because I just want to get the content out to you. There we go. We have all of this, and now I'm just going to go and check out liquidity. You could create your liquidity pool, or you could just support them here. Again, I'm just going to click on a portfolio. Now, there is a Gary Sol pair right here. If you see right here, it's not a huge position in this wallet. I have other wallet that has a big position in it. And the APR, which is the average amount that you're going to get in a year, is 94.5% of the Gary. And then you could see I could click harvest. You get a pop-up right here, and I could harvest the 73.75 pending Gary right there in rewards. And then you'd also get things like trading fees, but there's not as much trading volume in Gary right now. Most of this is in the rewards, which again is passive income in crypto. Then I can click over here under concentrated. I have some render and Sol still in here. It's been in range. It's kind of a little low. And then it says 78.62%. And right here, I could see the average amount that it's been trading over the last 24 hours and exactly what I'm covering in my liquidity. And concentrated pools, they're just a little bit more, risky. So again, do your own research. But you could see if you can get 78% just passively providing liquidity for these pools. Granted, the price of these assets may go up and down, like Solana went down this week, and that means this entire position is valued less. But the thing is that I look for pairs that are paired, like Solana and Render are correlated, which means that when Solana goes up, typically Render will go up. And if it starts to fall out of that correlation, I could take this liquidity and move it to another opportunity and start making passive income that way. And just so you know, it's passive income, but you do still need to keep an eye on it. It's not like put your money in here and then just ignore it for a year. You're going to want to check into this every couple days just, oh, okay, this is staying in range. And if it falls out of range, I don't usually stop. I just let it go for a few days because often it ends up going back. I mean, there's a lot of things with technical analysis that you could do, but this is pretty straightforward. If you want me to go over this stuff more in detail, and again, if you want to learn more about the community that I actually learn a lot of my DeFi strategies as far as creating like liquidity pool income and passive income online with crypto, then go ahead and go to DeFiEarner.com. I'll give you a resource of 7 ways that you can make passive income with DeFi, and then I will continue to share information, including that community where I get so much of this knowledge from. So just as a recap, we went over locking up your Gary to get rewards, voting in the DAO, as well as Helio, and then we went over the new school for Gary Club. Then we looked at some liquidity pools and how they are making pretty high returns compared to what you'd get from a bank. I don't know about you, but I don't get 75% by leaving money in my bank. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I am in the wrong bank, but I haven't seen it, so this is much better. Even if you're taking the passive, non-super tradey, degen route, this could be the route for you. Thanks again for checking all this out. I will continue to do these. If you like videos like this that are a little bit less edited, I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing and give you an update. Also, if you do really want me to start going into a deeper dive on this portfolio, and it's going to keep me accountable to make sure that I'm on top of it and making sure that I'm growing it so I could show you what I'm doing. If you wanted to, you could just look at it and copy it. But hey, you know what? It's up to you. That's, again, no financial advice. And on that note, I just wanted to remind you again, ring that bell, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. And I will see you in the next video.